Man, that's trash. That's trash.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 49, 49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check 37, check 37. Deuce.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check nickel.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
27-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
Mike's 59. All day, baby, all day. Yeah. 59, my orbit. 59. Too little, cut.
From the 27, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3. Slam. Zip it. Let blow. Mike.
Now Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Up 5 yards to get on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
50 seconds to mine.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 44 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point try now for Crosby. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Rush in! Rush in! Hey, alert! Alert!
Rosen will throw. Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Hey, 7.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll throw it with Rosen, eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Let's 57's not. Alert. Go, safety crease.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Good. Watch the twist. Motion.
4th down, here's Rosen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you won't have a chance to win this game.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
From the 36, Jackson. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Airing it out deep for Smith. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Kamara. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 49 to Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
55. 49, guys. Mike.
Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brings up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
One set.
Kid 21, kid 21. He can't hang.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Elliott looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Switch. Check 3, check 4.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
I got it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyree Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Mike,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tried to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rosen. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Now this may be a free play here for Rosen. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off, Byron Jones. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. One.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your